Panama Ports has invested $1.4 billion to develop the ports of both Balboa and also Cristobal in Colón. In that respect, we have a huge investment in Panama. That investment is alongside the Panama Canal, which is a fantastic feat of civil engineering. But we're also very, very concerned to protect our investment. We believe that competition is a very good thing. Competition will deliver efficiency within the business. But also we have to be aware that we have to defend our business interests and also make sure that there's sustainability for our employees as we go forward. Ports are long-time capital investments. We can't move our assets. We are where we are, and we will continue to ensure that we defend our business process. What we can see in the market is a global recession. A global recession which has manifested itself in terms of bankruptcies with certain carriers, like Korean carrier Hanjin. We've seen rationalization in terms of Maersk and MSC now working together. We've seen mergers happen in terms of CSAV, Hapag-Lloyd and UASC. We now see the Japanese carriers coming together. We also see the global hubs in the world in terms of Hong Kong, China, Rotterdam, Singapore are all significantly down on their volume throughputs. It's a global recession. We're also seeing a landmark shift in terms of what's happening here also locally within Panama. The Panama Canal, a great feat of civil engineering, but a game changer in many respects. What we're seeing now is because of the amplification, because of the expansion of the canal, we see bigger vessels that are admittedly more efficient for us to work and take away the legacy of peaks during the weekend within the ports, but also the ability of these big vessels now to connect Asian production areas such as Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Japan, Korea, with the US being the largest consumer society in the world, without having to take the containers off in Panama because the vessels are big enough to go through the canal now, and that reduces the need for transshipments. It also reduces the supply chain costs for many commodities. So we have to see that the world is changing. The world is changing therefore in the fact that the ports in Panama do not naturally see the need anymore for transshipments. Instead, vessels will go straight through the canal without stopping. That's a game changer. It's not bad, it's just a catalyst of the expansion of the canal. So from a port perspective, we see carriers coming together. We see a world recession that the experts say will not sort of rebound for at least the next 5 to 7 years. Limited transshipments, a fewer numbers of customers, and the government in Panama being absolutely resolute on creating new port capacity at a time when it's not necessary because we see a contraction in world trade. Of course we're going to react in every way possible, if not only just to ensure that the public and those stakeholders actually understand what's happening in the market and the catalysts created by the expansion of the canal.